Okay, so in the present perfect rule, قاعدة present perfect, you need to understand these keywords. It will help you to get the answer. Okay, let's now see. So here we have yet and still. Let's talk about since and for. What's the difference between since and for? Since, for. Since it means specific period of time. Okay, for it means period of time. Is it specific? No. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, here we have specific, here period of time. Like for example, when I say 2020, this is what? Specific year. In this case, I will use since. Okay, for example, Monday. All of us, we know Monday. We know the days of week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So specific, it means since. Eid. All of us, we know these occasions. Eid, it means since. My birthday, for example, my last birthday. Okay, it means what? Since. Because I know my last birthday. It means since, specific. Specific means محددة. So period of time should be specific. If you have specific period of time, it means you are going to write or to choose since. For period of time, without specify this period of time. For example, if I say 3 hours. Okay, that's it, 3 hours. It means what? For. Teacher, why you didn't say, for example, since? Because 3 hours, I don't know this 3 hours start from 10, 11, 12. They didn't give me exact hour. For example, if they will give you exact hour, like what? If they said 3 o'clock, it's different from 3 hours. 3 o'clock, it means 3 o'clock, exact hour. In this case, you will use since. Okay, but 3 hours, it means which 3 hours? Is it 10, 11, 12? Is it 1, 2, 3? Is it 4, 5, 6? We don't know. So in this case, you will use for. For example, if I give you some minutes, like this, some minutes. Do I specify here the period of time? No. So some minutes, I don't know this minutes in which hour. So in this case, I will say for some minutes. For example, come, I want to talk with you a while, like this, a while. Do I say since a while, for a while? For a while. It means like moments, okay, short moments. So try to focus on the period of time. If it's specific, write since. If it's a period of time in general, without specify this period of time, it is for, okay? Ever. In the questions, you are going to find ever. Okay, for example, the questions start with have. Have you ever, and maybe you are going to choose 2 answers. Have you ever مثلا watch or watched a film or a movie about such and such? Okay, so here I have and ever. So we use ever to ask questions in present perfect. After ever, we need to choose which type of verb. Yes, past participle. Excellent. So in this case, you are going to choose watched. So ever, we use it to ask questions in present perfect. Sorry, in present perfect, not past perfect. Okay, that's it. The second part, maybe Sayed ask about theme 4 in general. كامل theme 4 سأل عن القاعدة صح؟ أستاذة فايزة
كده يعني
قاعدة theme 4 سأل عنها كلها أو جزء منها؟
هو بس
كاتب theme
ذكر
4
عن أيوة theme 4 وتقريبا كده هو يود شرح تفاصيل الجرامر اللي هو theme
أوكي.
4.
The second part القسم الثاني present theme 4 present perfect continuous. Okay, so here, for example, you have there subject plus has or have. Okay, here in this case, you need the word been or been. Okay, so has been, have been, plus verb with ing. Why ing? Because to indicate the continuous. It means something is continuously going. Okay, so the structure for present perfect continuous will be subject, has or have, plus been plus verb with ing. How can you indicate? You can have the word all, focus on the word all, focus on how long. If the question starts with how long, always the answer will be present perfect continuous. If you have this word all in the sentence, the answer will be present perfect continuous. Okay, so there you have already since, for, just, till, yet. Here, ever, never. Here you have all and how long. For example, how long have you been playing with this game, for example? How, for example, I have been waiting for you all morning. So here I have all. In this case, I have present perfect continuous. Okay.
تمام أستاذة. هل طبعا توجد عندك بعض التعليمات أو بعض المهارات الهامة اللي ممكن إنه الطالب يتقيد بها على الأقل، يعني بحيث إنه يجمع أكبر قدر من الدرجات يوم غد إن شاء الله تعالى؟
أيوة، إحنا كنا هنا عندنا نقطة كنا نتكلم اللي هو كيف يعني they can answer writing question، يحلوا سؤال writing. Okay, so here we finish the model. This is the model. You can follow it in writing your evaluative. Here you have a completed essay. Let's have a look of this completed essay. Here I'm going to underline the things that you are going to change during the exam. You are going to change here the title, this one, agree or disagree, this one from your own information. Okay, this one also here. All these statements is regarding what? The topic in the exam. You are going to have it. Okay, the other things you can memorize it and write it. So this one you will get it from where? From the exam paper. Exam paper. This is the topic. This one, try to memorize it. Here, try to memorize it. This one, change if you are agree or disagree. Sometimes you are disagree. Let's this one we have it from the previous exam papers. Students attending extra classes and activities after school. So you can start with the topic. Students attending extra classes and activities after school has recently played a very important or essential role in our daily life. People have different opinions regarding this topic. So you have time. Now still you have time to memorize this one, to memorize the introduction and write it tomorrow if you want, or خلاص if you are ready with the introduction that you have memorized. The second one, the reason. The second reason, the last reason with the conclusion. This is the conclusion. Okay? Here you have some tips to understand clearly and easily the layout. Okay? Here you have school should be only 4 days, the last year exam. Tips for narrative writing. In the narrative writing, try to focus on this. Use past tense, simple, passive, perfect, and all of them you have studied this year in grade 12. Using linking words, sequence words, try to use first, second, third. Use variety of adjective. This is very important in writing a story. Variety of adjective and verbs, adverbs. Try to use them because you can get more marks, درجات يعني from the adjective. Okay, and the adverbs that you will use. Because here the story should be interesting. The story should be lively, enjoyable. That the teacher, when you read your story, he or she will feel that she's enjoying or interesting with your story. Make your story lively and interesting. Describe characters. It's very important to describe the characters, their emotions, their feelings through the story. What happened next, what happened next. Try to put adjectives in every word in the story. You can use direct speech. This is very important to use direct speech. You know that direct speech is between speech marks. Someone said this, and also you have this rule in theme 2 when we talked about past perfect and reported speech. This is the layout about the story. Try to focus on these things: fixed sentences, phrases, or words, time, place, characters, adjective, events, verbs to be. So if you focus and follow all these codes in the structure, you will inshallah get benefited from them. You will get marks in the whole story. This is the sequencing words. Start from the beginning. You can start with first if you don't want to write at the beginning. After that, what happened? Next, what happened? Then until you will reach the final stage in the story. It means what? The feeling. So in the final one, conclusion, you are going to express your feeling about the story. Here you have this one, a model. You can start by this one, and here you have completed a story. Have you ever experienced something that you will never forget? You can start by this sentences, or you can start by fixed phrase like our life is full of stories. Some of these stories are good, some of them are bad, and try to narrate your story. Started to mention the weather, people who are in the story, the time, when did the story happen and where, what are you doing in that time. For example, before the story start like this. That was exactly what happened too. Try here to write to whom? To me, my family, my friend, to whom? Okay, and the time. Try to write it's weeks, 6 months, 3 years, or 3 days ago. It's up to you to write the time. It was adjective. The day, for example, it was what? A cold day, a warm day, a sunny day. Okay, try to write the weather here. In which part of the day? Night, morning, afternoon, season, time. The weather was what? Hot, cold, stormy. Okay, so this is the introduction. How can you start writing your story? And here you have the completed one. For example, have you ever experienced something that will never forget? And if you notice here, we started the story by writing theme 4 rule, present perfect, the question by using ever. That was exactly what happened to my family and I 2 weeks ago. So we mentioned the time, who, the person, the character, and here also we said fixed sentences or a phrase. It was a quiet night. Here the time again. Okay, in winter, the season. The weather was rainy. I described here the where we're at streets when everything started. So this is the introduction. Calm thing, calm day. Okay, and then what happened? Here the body. Now you are going to write what happened in the story. Okay, what happened in the story by writing again what, who. Try to answer these questions inside your mind. Put these questions inside your mind and try to answer them during the story. At first, so sequence your story. You need to write sequence. What do you mean by sequence? First, second, third. My father. Try to write people. Try to write your sister, your father, your friend. Try to write their names here, or try just to write them like this. Decided to take us back to home. This is what happened after long day because the rain was heavy and the road was wet. Suddenly, this is the most important word that you can use in the story, the linking word. Suddenly, another card appeared, an accident happened. Okay? As a result, what happened? We felt scared and shocked. Try to describe your feeling during the story, from the body until you will reach the end of the story, the final stage in the story. A short time, again, a linking word. Later, a linking word. Our car stopped, then a linking word, until you will reach the final one by what? Reaching the solution in the story. Mention your feelings, emotions like this. Here you have some of the adjectives that you can use them. It's very important. Try to get some of these adjectives. Here, some of the adverbs. What do you mean by adverbs? The words that describe the verbs. Okay. Here you can kindly, carefully, slowly, quickly, you can get some of them. Here, important notes for both writings. Clear handwriting, please students. Clear handwriting. خط اليد. Try to write it clearly. Your handwriting should be clear. Okay. Coherent and well-organized writing. Try to organize, sort your ideas together. Try to follow the writing steps, the layout of the writing, paragraph one by one. Okay, don't move from this paragraph to the end and then come to the middle. Okay, so try to write them in order and in an organized way. Correct sentence structure. For the evaluative writing, you will need to write present. So it means structure, present tense. For narrative writing, story, you will need again, as I said, past tense. So don't be confused between these two types of writings.
نعم أستاذة. أنا أتوقع أن كذا يعني العديد من المهارات وأيضا النصائح الهامة التي ركزت عليها الأستاذة هاجر. اللي فاتوا طبعا الاستماع إلى هذه المهارات أو متابعتها، ممكن متابعتها في الإعادة الأولى بعد 10 مباشرة، والإعادة الثانية في صباح اليوم التالي 5:30 فجرا إن شاء الله تعالى. وكذلك يمكنكم المتابعة أيضا عبر تطبيق منصة عين. احنا طبعا كذا وصلنا الى الختام، وشاكرين لك جزيل الشكر على هذا الثراء وعلى هذا التواجد في هذا اليوم وهذا العطاء. شكرا جزيلا استاذة هاجر.
شكرا لكم، ما مقصرين، والله يوفقهم بكره ان شاء الله. وات ذا اند اقول لهم the final line is closed, give it your best shot, go ahead, you are almost there. خلاص وصلنا للنهايه وان شاء الله موفقين باذن الله.
بالضبط كذا احنا وصلنا للنهايه، فخلوا العزيمه ما زالت كذا مستمره حتى آخر دقيقة من دقائق الامتحان.
إن شاء الله.
كل التوفيق لكم على هذه المتابعة وأيضا هذا التفاعل. آملين من المولى تعالى أن يحقق جميع أحلامكم وأيضا أهدافكم، يكون الامتحان جدا سهل. إذا طبعا نشكر مرة أخرى الأستاذة هاجر بنت محمد المحرزية، معلمة اللغة الإنجليزية. شكرا جزيلا لك. وأكيد طبعا تقبلوا تحياتي، تحيات أيضا مخرج البرنامج وفريق العمل، ونقول لكم إلى اللقاء.
السيد حمود بن فيصل بن سعيد البوسعيدي وزيرا للداخلية. السيد بدر بن حمد بن حمود البوسعيدي وزيرا للخارجية. سلطان